Yo! Perfidious Pete here, back with an all-new run filled with more gimmicks than wearing the Infinity Gauntlet while building a fort in a Battle Royale game in XCOM, War of the Chosen. That's right, we're doing another gimmick run, all the same class, but now that I'm thinking about it, does this run really, even with the gimmick, have more gimmicks than Fortnite? Let's take a quick count. What am I going to use for gimmicks? One, troopers who are all the same class. In this case, we're going to be doing Templars for this run. And then my only other gimmick really is like barely clever and recognizable names for the characters so that you, the viewer, feel slightly invested in their well-being, and also as a chance to give me a bunch of fodder for cheap jokes that you'd ordinarily find getting booed off stage in an open mic night. That's really the only two gimmicks I got going. Fortnite? Well, let's take a look at their list very quickly. It's a third-person MOBA/tower defense game turned free-to-play third-person battle royale shooter, almost wholly copied from another product, powered by a buyable character customization monetization model, now sprinkled liberally with characters from the world's most successful movie franchise as playable limited-time specials. Again, a mechanic almost wholly copied from another product. Nope, you know what? When it comes to being an unoriginal bastard, it looks like I'm out of the cellar. I mean, I am, without a doubt, an unoriginal bastard, but maybe my true crime is actually just, like, not being unoriginal enough. They say good artists borrow, great artists steal. I guess now we know why Fortnite is the world's most popular video game. Hell, if I was smart, what I'd do with this run is just name everybody after a character from Infinity War, and then you guys could entertain yourselves by wagering on which one of them's gonna die at the end. So what are we gonna do? Well, since we are doing a gimmick run, we're gonna play on Commander as opposed to Legendary. Not for the difficulty, because given the way last run went, I don't think we would have had a terribly difficult time completing the missions on Legend. By the end, it was basically just Raffle Stomp after Raffle Stomp. The reason I'm gonna play on Commander is actually just to shorten the length of the campaign. Legend, with the research times and everything doubled, it just takes too damn long, and when we're doing kind of a gimmicky bit already, the gimmick's gonna wear real thin if that Legend campaign is twice as long as the Commander campaign would have been. That's like 90 episodes. That's too damn many. Couple changes here too. We're gonna reduce the beginning voiceover because at this point we've played like 1,000 hours of XCOM. We sort of got a feel for it. We don't really need the tutorial turned on. Iron Man mode, of course, I usually play without Iron Man because, not that I am, it's a total honest man run. What you see is what you get. If troopers die, troopers die. If we lose, we lose. That's just the way the game goes. You've seen me lose on camera before. I simply do it because I hate to edit, and when it comes to the game crashing because of a mod or something, I'd much rather just start the playthrough over and play the same mission again rather than spend that same amount of time editing two videos together, because I'd rather play video games than edit. Enable the Lost and Abandoned. You know, we're going to leave integrated download content on so that we get the good mix of the Alien Hunters and Shen's Last Gift DLC folded in with War of the Chosen. But what we are going to do this time is we're going to disable Lost and Abandoned. This way we get a random first chosen. It won't always be the assassin, and we can avoid that stupid storyline mission where we have to watch Marina Sirtis and Michael Dorn pretend like they aren't desperately in love with each other. In we go, then. We get to see the patented John Bradford gin explosion.
I don't know for how long.
You know, Bradford's been working on a new mixture down in the bathtubs in the basement of Avenger. He's got a new formula working there.
That's no ordinary gene therapy.
Been keeping it under lock and key.
You are telling the truth.
Or they're leading us into a trap. A really obvious trap. We'd need an army to
Is
march
it still
in
a
there
trap
right
if it's
now.
really obvious? I mean, if it's really obviously a trap, it seems more like bait.
This is Central. Go.
Here goes our Reaper. Ah, if only we had a Reaper. This is going to be a dramatically different campaign than the last one, where we had security and safety on our time. Like, most of the time last campaign, we were perfectly safe at all times. Didn't have to worry about time limits, didn't really have to worry about enemies. We could ghost our way through just about anything. This run, that's going to be significantly changed. With all Templars, we may have like a brief burst of concealment, but after that, we're going to have to fight. The difference, I guess, being is that, generally speaking, we're going to be considerably better fighters than the Reapers. Although it was really fun to just walk up to a Chosen and bombard them with a whole truckload of Claymore mines and then detonate said truck and watch them evaporate into a cloud of bloody chunks. Don't give me Evan Battelle.
No need for any of this. I will do what you ask of me.
I'll wrench even more furiously on this pipe. I'm wrenching as fast as I can, but if you're gonna kill me, I promise I can wrench faster. I've actually been holding out a little bit.
You're one of those. You must understand. I had no choice.
They put a gun to my head and told me to turn the bolt, and if I didn't, they'd kill my family. That man wielded the crescent wrench that invented the fusion bomb.
You do exist. Outrider to Avenger, I have visual confirmation.
My question is, why did we send somebody in here to simply visually confirm this and then not actually rescue the dude? Because now the aliens are going to be tipped off, right? Now they know that we know where the commander is and that maybe we'll schedule a rescue mission to come get him? Or did the wrench-wielding stoolie down there just, like, keep it a secret? He didn't tell his alien overlords for fear of additional wrench-turning punishment? Maybe that's it. I am pretty excited about the new run. I'm interested to see what a crew of all Templars can do, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of feel like what a crew of all Templars is mostly gonna do is not be that good. Templars individually seem fantastic, but I don't know if a whole team of Templars is gonna have the soup to get the job done. It's gonna be interesting to see. We'll probably experiment a little more with the Templar's psychic powers this time than we did last time. Previously, we've mostly used Templars to just run in, melee a bunch of stuff, use Blade Storm, chop people into haggis, and it's worked out pretty well, but with a team of all Templars, it feels like we're gonna have to diversify a little bit, because not being able to get multiple melee hits on a single target is gonna be problematic. Especially when you're running into a lot of enemies that explode when they die, like, say, Purifiers. Although many Templars will get the Fortress ability, which would make them immune to those explosions. Unlike Paul Ryan being immune to the weariness that comes with the lifetime of, I was gonna say public service, but honestly, I don't feel like being a congressman or a senator anymore qualifies as a public servant. More like a self-servant who happens to work for the public. Yeah, it's perfect, John, in that your new gin recipe... He's talking about his new gin recipe, though. He's like, I finally did it, Pete. I mastered the perfect gin. I've been brewing it in the bathtubs down in the basement of the Avenger for years now. But I think I've finally stumbled upon the perfect recipe. It turns out what the juniper berries were missing was a healthy dose of actual nitroglycerin, Pete. I started mixing it in there. Get the alcohol content up to about 140 proof, get it around 70% by volume, and then you dose it with about 10% of nitroglycerin. Sure, drinking it is actually poison, and it's gonna definitely kill me and do terrible things to my heart. It also gives you massively wicked headaches, but all those things were already true before I put nitroglycerin in a gin. I was already getting massive headaches, and it was definitely slowly destroying my liver. All I've done now is taken a thing that was already killing me and made it more fantastic. See, I'm telling you, nitroglycerin, that's the new secret ingredient in John Bradford's Bathtub Gin. John Bradford's Bathtub Gin, now with 25% more pure nitroglycerin. Yeah, but we turned the tutorial off, so we're not going to be doing Gatecrasher. I appreciate the effort of these noble men and women, or specifically that noble man and woman, who tackle this mission every time and wind up dead. Mostly because, you know, they don't take flank shots when they've got them, and then also choose to stand in half cover and let 6 guys shoot at them. XCOM 2, one of my criticisms of it, probably one of my bigger criticisms, the tutorial actively teaches you to do stupid things, though. It's like, hey, go to this half cover and take a 50% shot at this enemy. Be like, no, I don't want to do that. So we've got, from the looks of things, Wolverine, a Templar, which definitely can't be right. We're doing an all-Templar run, but I'm assuming that man's just wearing the armor. The love child of Guile and Hugh Jackman here on the left. It's a good look for you, I'm not gonna lie. Like Wolverine meets Street Fighter. Here on the right, we've got... I'm not sure who we have here on the right, but on the left, it's definitely Goth Antonio Banderas. 50% more emo than regular Antonio Banderas, goth Antonio Banderas. He still took the money and did Puss in Boots, but he spent all of it on razor blades and mascara. That was his compromise.
Menace 1-5. We have a fix on the target. Move to place the X4 charges at the...
So for once we can play a mission completely loosey-goosey because all of these people are fired anyway. You actually are a Templar, though. The hell? So we're starting the run with a Templar? This is very strange. This must be something that's the result of us having turned off... That's gotta be it. It's the result of us having turned off Lost and Abandoned. So we randomly started with Anne Volt Henry, who will likely wind up staying on the team. So the only person that really needs to come out of this mission alive is Anne Henry, and everybody else is going to be replaced.
Menace 1-5. You're near the target position.
Yeah, but what else is near the target position, Bradford? That's the real question. Not only what else, but who else? Let's get a couple people in position for some elevated shots, and maybe we'll try our patented Overwatch ambush. Little OW ambuscade.
Got it covered.
Pete, is ambuscade actually a word? I believe so, but if it's not, you know what? I'm adding it to the vernacular.
Let's do this.
We do need one person to, of course, throw a grenade into that. So we go 2 Overwatches, 1 grenade, then I think we have our Templar be prepared to dash in for mop-up. Well, these guys are going the wrong direction, though. It's going to make the dashing in for mop-up somewhat questionable. It's also going to make the Overwatch fairly challenging.
On my way.
Lang, let's get you down here. We might still be able to do this turn, actually. Do we have somebody who could throw a... What are your hit percentages? Pretty solid. Lang, what are your hit percentages like? Less solid. Who would be actually throwing the Granado, though? I don't think Okeke here is going to have the arm to get it home, though. Yeah, she doesn't quite have the distance on that one. We're going to have to get Okeke a little closer. All right, Okeke, we're going to bring you up to this full cover.
Heading there now.
And, okay.
Seem more capable than the grunts.
Yeah, this is sort of an unfortunate combination of pod deployment here, in that we've got everybody right in one tiny little pile, and we can't afford to engage the enemy now because we can see both pods simultaneously, which means both pods will activate simultaneously. That's very bad. Maybe what our ultimate goal should be is to just move to the other side of this pillar and try and engage these guys over here. So we could come... Well, you might get spotted there, though. I don't suppose you can go higher? Nope. Alright, take cover over here by this cafe. Lang can't quite make it, so we're just going to try and shift the battlefield a little bit.
That's affirmative.
We want to try and separate these two pods. Lift and separate. Like a good Wonder Bra, our goal here is to lift, elevate, and separate. That's what we're looking to do. Elevate, separate. Okay, let's get you in here. And away from that other pod, more importantly. You're going to be on Overwatch. Therese, can you get to the... I mean, you can get to the roof, but... Can you get up high enough to have a shot without getting spotted? Yes.
On it.
No Overwatch this turn, but that's okay. We can get you into OW next turn. Lang, same thing for you, I think, then. Just hit the rooftop. And we'll keep... Anne Henry, you know, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies even closer. So we're going to send Anne Henry away, because she's a friend, not an enemy. We want our enemies closer. Anne Henry's got to go a little bit. So, Okeke, can you hit both of those guys with the same grenade? You can. That'll do. We're not going to get all of them, which is unfortunate, but it still feels like we got a pretty solid little setup here. We want to make sure Lang can see them all. He can. So, Overwatch for Lang. Overwatch for Gerard. Okeke is going to be our Grenadier. Volt will come back to you because we may need you to dash in and soften a man up. So, Okeke, drop a grenade right in this man's pocket. Max damage would be lovely here. Maybe a double kill? Didn't kill either one of them. Perfect. Yeah. It's alright, though. These guys are going to take all of the Overwatch. I think one of them may be on fire. Kill him. Kill him. That's my girl. She drilled him right in the dome. All right, Lang. Take him out. You got the elevated position. He's done it.
Hostile neutralized.
That just leaves one to go. And our little boy Volt here, I think, has got a pretty strong chance of taking you down. In that he sort of can't fail. Oh, we want to attack from this position. Go get him. Got him like a fish. He's fished. Alright, we got +1 focus. Perfect. We do have our momentum ability, which really only lets us move. Let's take advantage of that and see if we can get a little better cover. I mean, we could move to here. Yeah, let's do that. We want Volt close. We should have this pod that was over here headed our way. They are not headed our way. So then we want to kind of slow play this a little bit.
Moving on target location.
Just take it easy. Little overwatch for you. Little overwatch for Volt. Let's get the rest of the team up in the region and ready to work.
Will do.
Double moves. Go get him, Budget Wolverine. Man, Budget Wolverine should be our... He should be the man with the claws of doom, though. That should be Budget Wolverine's job.
Good to go.
I'm gonna take a moment here.
My senses are keen. Let's rock.
But Budget Wolverine has keener senses. He could smell which one of you is Mystique.
On Overwatch.
He knows you're not one of the team. I mean, we know those guys are over there. It's not like they moved. I just don't want to go charging around the corner right into them willy-nilly. That seems like a terrible idea. So if we move around that corner, we're definitely going to spawn that pod. One of them is there. Looks like one of them is there. So we know where two of them are. I would love to be able to get a grenade on target without actually having to activate the pod, but we're not going to be able to do that. What we can do is go ahead and set the charges. Get the old X4. It's down, it's locked, it's loaded.
X4 module is armed. Neutralize any remaining hostile contacts.
Yeah, but if they could come this way and walk into some Overwatch, though, that'd be super helpful.
I'll maintain my watch.
On the part of the enemy.
Got it covered.
You guys want to come over this way? Well, just, like, walk this way, though. There they go. They walked right in. They've stepped in it. Get Overwatched, son. Tracer's my favorite. We're probably only going to get one, maybe two Overwatch shots here, but one or two Overwatch shots is likely all we're going to need to make these guys a non-issue. Another 3 damage. Way to hurt him as bad as it's possible to hurt him without actually killing him. Perfectly executed there. So Volt, like, you're going to do guaranteed 4 damage and you can kill that man. This man we have no problem getting flank shots on. This guy is actually the problem. So let's have you come to here and gut him like a fish. And we do have our momentum move if we need to fall back afterwards. Our damage did go up because of our rend and our additional focus, and now we've got an additional +1 focus, so our rend has gone up again. We'll come back to your momentum move. We may not need it. Alright, Lang, you got a flanker over here. If this flank shot doesn't have a fantastic chance to hit, we'll just throw a grenade. Yeah, you know, not probably worth the risk. We've got extra shots. We got backup available here. Okay, go ahead and take the shot then. Give him the 78 per. You just need to hit him. He's connected. Drilled him right in the head. It's a dome shot. So then this man's just gonna get the point blank flank shot to the side of the face. And in all likelihood, you, sir, are dead. Great shot. Well, I guess we're gonna make it interesting then. Could throw a grenade here, but seems unnecessary. Mostly because she just riddled that man with all of the bullets.
We're not picking up any inbound contacts.
And we've done it. There it is, Operation... Hey, we were a little close to that explosion, Bradford. You want to... Jesus, man, we put a timer on the detonation device for a... put a reason there. Bradford's like, they're probably clear. Go ahead and detonate it. Be like, I'm 10 feet away. No, it's fine. You're clear of the blast radius. Just go ahead and fire it up. Bradford's a cruel bastard. Or maybe his gin just detonated early. I mean, at 10% nitroglycerin, it's not only flammable now, it's highly explosive. Yeah, Speaker Ryan, I mean, we did engage in some terrorist activities today, but I hate to break it to you, this is the way the world works now. It's like after the towers fell in 9/11. We've all just got to adjust to the new paradigm. And XCOM is your new paradigm. Terrorist organizations are going to be doing missions in your territory now, and there's nothing you can do about it. And somehow Volt, despite going on one mission and getting 2 kills, did not rank up. It's a little disappointing. We're actually not going to promote anybody here because I have I think Commander's Choice is still enabled, which is fine. These guys are all going to be fired anyway, so. Got a hair trigger. Not useful for us at all. In fact, I don't think we're even going to be able to use weapon mods in this campaign because none of our troopers can wield a weapon that is moddable. Got 5 trooper corpses, 1 officer corpse. That's an opportunity for some research. Also picked up a data pad. There's a bond here between Gerard and Iboyo Okeki. We're going to go ahead and ignore that because those people are going to be fired and retooled ultimately anyway. Yeah, I'm coming.
Impressive, isn't it? Capable of generating immense power.
Bradford, why you always gotta introduce us to your penis? Like, the first time we meet you, you gotta talk about your Johnson? Every single time. Just once, couldn't you talk about, I don't know, current events? What about the end of the Korean War? Couldn't we discuss the geopolitical implications of the newfound ceasefire and the official declaration of the end of hostilities between 2 nations that have been at war for longer rather than most of us have been alive? What about that, Tigan? It's a little remarkable.
A device implanted directly in your occipital lobe.
Nope. Just gonna introduce me to your giant phallic symbol and then remind me that you butchered a surgery that you operated on me. Okay.
However,
I can see that our relationship, it always gets off on the wrong foot, Tigan. Every single time it's an opportunity to start fresh. You know, they say you never get a second chance to make a first impression, but you've been given like 8 chances now to make a first impression, and you just keep getting it wrong.
For you to direct additional support personnel and resources to me, I could substantially improve the
Maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm letting our previous interactions color my judgment, I suppose. One can't simply shunt aside that degree of interaction. Modular weapons does literally nothing for us. So I'm thinking maybe we skip that and go straight into hybrid materials. Modular weapons does unlock some research, but we can't use the experimental weapons either, I think, with the exception of maybe the frost bomb. Let's just go with hybrid materials then.
Find that area of research to be among the more intriguing options available.
Well, normally I pick modular weapons, but this time that does us absolutely no good, Dr. Tigan, so I thought I'd switch it up a little bit. I'm just going to check out now and head over to the armory.
But we've still managed to do reasonably well against them, despite our own limitations.
Wait, talk about Dr. Tigan. We've killed 6 men.
Commander to
That's it.
engineering.
Lily, let's get your cutscene out of the way as well.
Okay. Reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from their old engine.
You know, the last guy we saw working a crescent wrench like that, Lily, got his skull bludgeoned in and almost certainly long-term traumatic brain injury.
Commander.
Well, Lily had a ratchet, not a crescent wrench. I guess that must be the difference.
Lily Shen, Chief Engineer, at your service. You were probably expecting to see my father.
Actually, I was kind of expecting to see Polly Perrette cast in this role, but instead we got you. Which is fine. Joe Polly Perrette is almost 50 years old. You'd watch NCIS and you wouldn't say, you know, that chick looks like she's in her late 40s. And then you watch it and you're like, nah, she's definitely not. And then you Google it and you're like, holy shit, she's older than I am. And I'm old, just to throw it out there. Clarify.
You can be sure I'm ready to finish what he started.
What, do you leave it like an opened cup of pudding somewhere that you gotta go polish it off lest it goes bad? One of those families that goes to each other and be like, hey, could you help me out with a sandwich? And be like, sure, where's left of it? Like, no, I was asking for a sandwich. Not asking you to eat what's left over of a sandwich I couldn't finish. When Dr. Shen came to you and said, hey, Lily, can you help me out with the pudding cup? He didn't mean help me eat the rest of it. He meant get me pudding. We could go to the armory, view soldiers. Yep. All of these people are fired, though. Gerard, Lang, and Okeke all got promoted, but it's not gonna matter. Can we get tactical rigging? Let's do the same thing we did last episode. We're gonna take one of these troopers, and we're gonna commander's choice them into a specialist, and they'll be the one person that we don't fire.
Operating some of our most advanced equipment, specialists.
Everybody else is fired, though.
On the battlefield that can be outfitted for combat or field medic duty.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic, John. I'm really looking forward to it. Then that she'll likely never go on a mission because I'm pretty sure we can still get tactical rigging even for our Templars, but we do need to have an escape hatch just in case there's one episode where we have to hack a thing, for instance, using the Skulljack on a Codex and an Avatar, and we don't have anybody who can actually wield a Skulljack. We gotta have a safety valve, and Gerard here is, in fact, that valve. The rest of these people, they're getting fired in between episodes, and for you, that'll be tomorrow, but for me, that's right now. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. If you enjoyed this one, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support.
What these recruits lack in experience, they make up for.
Starting things off right. Patented outro interruption. Good work, John Bradford. What do you say we go get a shot of that nitroglycerin gin? Huh? John Bradford's Boom Boy gin? I want to try it. I want to try it. I'm going to go do that. If you enjoyed the episode, like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot, especially on the beginning of a new series. If you want to see more, consider subscribing as well. New episodes every single day. Right now, thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.